Hi there, everyone. It's Cassie Trask. Welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. Today, I am going to be using some things from Honeybee Stamps. We're going to start off with this Lovely Layers Perfect Picnic. I really like dies like this. There's so much to it. It can be a little intimidating at first when you look at all those, but they go together so easily, and we're going to show you that. So this is what we're going to be using. We're also going to pair that up with a stamp set called Sweetest Bunch. It's got a lot of great sentiments in there. And then I do have the matching die to go along with that. So I love that they do that. It's not necessary, but it is really nice to have. And then I also decided to pair it up with the Summer Picnic double-sided cardstock. It measures 6 inches by 8.5 inches. And it, like I said, double-sided. There's 24 sheets in here. They're all super pretty. I really am impressed with all the designs on there. And like I said, I love that there are two for each one of those. So we're going to use a couple different patterns out of this one for our picnic blanket and for some of the background. So look at that. Lemons, oranges, so pretty. Watermelons. It's got a whole array for your summer picnic cards that you want to make. All right, so let's get into it. I went ahead and die cut out all of the pieces from our perfect picnic, and I did it out of white. And the reason I decided to do it out of that is because this is probably one of my favorite ways to do die cuts like this, simply because you can color them with your Copic markers. And so that's what I'm going to do. I die cut everything out, but I'm not going to color everything. I'll save those for maybe another card. I just colored a bunch of things, thinking, not exactly knowing what I wanted to use on my card, until I got going a little bit more. So I'm going to do my best to put all the colors up on the screen. They'll be linked down below, and there will also be a picture of all the Copics on the blog. So be sure to head over to the blog if you're curious about which ones I used. And so yeah, so I'm doing a tip-to-tip technique here for these baskets. If you're unfamiliar with the tip-to-tip, it's exactly what it says. I take the lighter color and I grab color from the darker one and I blend that onto whatever I'm coloring. And I think that's the only time I end up doing it, but it it works out really well if you don't have all the colors that go in between as well. So now I'm coloring the bread. One of the things I really like about these dies is that they have some really good embossed lines. So when you die cut these out, you're going to get those embossed lines. It's going to show for the bread, it shows the little notches for your French loaf, which is super fun. And so I've colored in those, and just because of the embossing lines, I was able to find those very easily. And then I'll blend my color in and out. Now you'll notice that everything is a bit of a mess. I think that's one of my favorite things about die cutting everything out of white and then coloring it with Copics, is that you can be a little bit messy. The one thing you want to be aware of is if you've obviously got die cuts that are close to it, you don't want to go too far outside the line. But for the most part, you can just color and not really have to worry about staying inside the lines. I'm working on the book right now, so I've got the top page, then we've got our background page, and then we have the book itself. These are going to layer right on top of each other. You can see there's a bigger one, a medium-sized one, and then the smallest one. And I'll show you putting those things together as well. We're coloring the flower now, and that has, again, a mess. Here I'm coloring the pie even, and you can see what a mess that becomes. And then the inside of the pie also. It just looks like all I'm doing is scribbling on paper, but like I said, this is one of my favorite ways to do these. We'll color the flowers themselves. And I do have another color for that. So he had R24 and R29. And then I can shade some of that and then blend that color out for each of those flowers. Then we have our napkin. And so I have a couple of light blues for the napkin. And that one has some really nice embossed edges on it as well. I'm using my T1 for all of my gray bits. So I did a plate. I should have done a larger plate. The reason for that, I should have done the larger plate, is you're going to see later on with the pie, I end up just kind of sticking that down on the picnic blanket without actually using a plate underneath it. And I didn't even notice it until I started editing the video. So I'll probably go back and fix that later, but pictures are taken. You're going to see it. It just kind of makes me chuckle when I look at it. All right, now we're going to piece together everything since we have now colored all that I want to use. And so I'll use liquid glue to adhere everything together. So this book is like 3 layers of cardstock. The white cardstock that I used is a Copic friendly cardstock, so that's good. And then you'll notice sometimes on whatever you color, if it's white, that your edges might still be a little bit white. So I just bring my Copic in and use the edge of it to color those edges of the paper. So now we have our wine bottle. You can see our bread looks so cute. Our book, we have a couple of leaves. We also have our napkin that we're putting together. We have our flowers. We have our piece of pie, and we also have our pie itself. And then we're going to start piecing everything else together. So the baskets were put together. We'll start putting our leaves onto those baskets, or on this basket. I'm going to put the bottle of wine on top of that. I think this is such a neat die simply because everything is from like a bird's eye view. So it's looking down on the picnic blanket. And so everything's going to look like you would see it from the top, which is such a neat idea. I mean, obviously you can use that wine bottle a different way, but I really like how that turned out. I did cut out my picnic blanket using one of the patterns and also using some white. And I'm going to cut off the tassels of our picnic blanket. And all I'm doing is just cutting along that edge, cutting all those tassels off because I want to layer that over the white one that I die cut out. And that'll just give the tassels, they'll be white. So I just thought that looked nice. As you can see, I did die cut the grass piece of patterned paper, and I cut that down to 4¼ by 5½ inches, so that will fit on the full front of an A2 size card base. I'll glue down my pattern to my blanket, and then I'm going to have this sticking off of my panel, but that's okay because I can trim that off, which is what I will do using liquid glue again. You could always use foam tape in areas if you just wanted to add a little bit of extra depth to it. But here we have the edge. You could use your guillotine trimmer to trim this down, but I'm just going to use a pair of scissors because I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to use this leftover piece, but I knew I wanted to use it. So I'm going to save that for the inside of the card. Somewhere in there it's going to go. I wasn't sure if it was going to go on the side or somewhere else. But now we can start piecing all of our bits onto the picnic blanket. As you can see, the pie should have been on a plate. I might be able to carefully peel that away and put a plate under it. We'll see. But there's our glass of wine. We have our napkin, and then our plate with a piece of pie and the spoon are going to go on top of that. You'll notice I have 3 extra pieces. Those are going to go on the inside of the card. And we do need to stamp a sentiment. So I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock. We'll stamp the sentiment that says, "Hello, my sweet friend." I will die cut that out using the matching die, but we're going to go ahead and do the inside of the card because I want to put a sentiment in there too. I decided the blanket will go on the top. We're going to use this little basket. And then we'll put the flower on top of it. And then the book as well. So we'll glue those down. It looks cute. I really love how you can do that to the insides of the cards. It's one of my favorite things to do is to add the outside to the inside of the card. So now he says, "You bring sunshine to my life." I do end up adding one little strip of the grass pattern paper to the inside. But before I do that, I'm going to trim down some of the other pattern paper, just this yellow piece to stick on top of my panel so that I can put my sentiment on top of that. I did die cut the sentiment out. We're using liquid glue for everything. And then we're going to attach this down to our card base. And once that is attached, that's going to finish off the card. So I love how this turned out. So fun. And the inside's even cute. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Scrapbook Pal has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.